I used to think that there wasn't enough money in my bank account, not enough money in my paycheck, not enough money for my bills. Now, I know there is and always was plenty of money out there waiting for me. Now, I always believe that more money is headed my way. And guess what? That has been happening. I've learned that a scarcity mindset keeps us in a constant state of lack. The first step to ending the scarcity mindset is believing that money is on its way. This can sound unrealistic, but when I think about moments in my life when I have been confident and I knew something was coming my way, it always showed up. The hardest part is allowing myself to be confident without letting that little voice in the back of my head tell me that I'm cocky or arrogant. I've learned that it's not cocky or arrogant to believe that money is coming my way. It's also not wrong or selfish to want to be wealthy. There's plenty of money to go around, so there's no reason to think that people that have money are evil or bad. I've never felt that way about people that had more money than me, but I did think that they had something that I didn't, or they knew something that I didn't. But it turns out they didn't have anything that I didn't have. Instead, they just knew things about money that I didn't believe were true. So even though I had the same knowledge that they had, I didn't believe. For example, there's more than enough money for everyone. I've been hearing that for decades, and at times I dare to believe it. But I've had trouble falling back into the scarcity mindset. There have been glimpses of hope throughout my life where I let go of that mindset, but I always found myself back there. For example, when I left Michigan, I had no idea where my next dollar was coming from. But I was confident that I'd be prosperous. In time, I fell back into the idea that I needed to be realistic and recognize that there wasn't enough money in my life and I had to keep clawing my way to the top of some career ladder to make more money. Eventually, I was back in a place where there just wasn't enough money. I had a scarcity mindset, and every time I started to fret that there wouldn't be enough, that's exactly what happened. Now I've come to the conclusion that there was always enough money and enough opportunities for me to make more money. I just was too wrapped up in the idea that there wasn't enough money that I couldn't see all the different ways I could have pulled myself out of that state of mind. Now, I see prosperity all around. There are so many ways to achieve financial success. If one road doesn't work, there are several other routes I can take toward financial freedom. The takeaway is that there is always enough money. It may not be in your bank account right now. It may not be in your pocket right now. But you can always get more money. So you don't have to worry about that. And the less you worry about it, the more money you will have. Instead, use your energy to come up with innovative ways to expand your finances. Instead of worrying about money, think about ways you can invest in assets that will bring you more money. Your energy will be much better spent focusing on how you can make more money instead of thinking about how there's not enough money. It took me a long time to get to a state where I could believe these things consistently. As I mentioned, over the years, I would slip in and out of the scarcity mindset. But now I've gotten to a point in my life where I have seen enough to know that when I am confident and when I am positive and thinking about ways I can be successful, I am successful. So that's my money story about there not being enough money. I know a lot of people think that. I grew up in Detroit and I saw it all the time. There were people who they just focused on the fact that they didn't have a lot of money coming in, and that ruled their lives. It meant that they never got out of poverty. I think if we can change our mindset, we can start to pull ourselves out of any financial situation we are in. What about you? Has there been a time in your life when you thought there just wasn't enough money no matter what you did? If so, have you been able to change that mindset? And if you did, how did you do it? Let me know in the comments. And remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.